What if a simple mineral shortfall is intensifying your child's hyperactivity, inattention, and emotional storms, and you could address it with a targeted change starting this week?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're looking at magnesium and ADHD. More than 7 million U.S. children have an ADHD diagnosis. Over half experience moderate to severe symptoms, and nearly a third receive no treatment. Nutrition shapes attention, mood, and self-regulation, and magnesium keeps coming up as a key factor worth your attention.
I'm Alara Sky. We'll keep this focused and practical. You'll hear what magnesium does in your brain, what clinical trials show, why food alone often falls short, which forms to consider, and how environmental steps at home can lighten the load on a sensitized nervous system.
Let's start with the role magnesium plays. You need it to keep electrical signaling calm and precise. When levels are adequate, NMDA receptors gate glutamate, the main excitatory neurotransmitter, so you don't tip into agitation. When levels are low, excitability rises, and you feel it as restlessness, impulsivity, and a mind that won't slow down.
You also rely on magnesium to keep dopamine and serotonin in balance for motivation and emotional control. It helps regulate cortisol so you recover from stress faster, tempers inflammation and oxidative stress, supports sleep quality and circadian rhythm, strengthens synaptic plasticity for learning, and fuels ATP production for sustained focus. When magnesium is low, attention slips, mood swing, sleep fragments, and behavior regulation becomes harder.
What does the research show in ADHD specifically? A meta-analysis found children with ADHD had lower serum magnesium than peers, supporting an inverse relationship between magnesium status and symptoms. In a randomized trial enrolling 5 to 12-year-olds, most deficient at baseline, supplementation alongside standard care improved hyperactivity, impulsivity, and social interaction on validated scales after 8 weeks.
Another double-blind, placebo-controlled study added magnesium plus vitamin D to children already on methylphenidate. Compared with placebo, the supplement group showed measurable gains in behavior, including fewer conduct problems, fewer social difficulties, and lower anxiety and shyness scores. The consistent theme: the clearest benefits appear when deficiency is corrected.
Why not fix it with food alone? Soil depletion has lowered magnesium in produce over time, and typical absorption hovers around 30% to 40%, influenced by gut health and stomach acid. In ADHD, where excitability and stress signaling run high, diet often isn't enough to restore optimal levels. One more point that may surprise you: skip nuts and seeds for magnesium in this context. Despite their content, they're high in linoleic acid, which can aggravate gut and mood issues.
That's where supplement form matters. Magnesium glycinate is well tolerated and calming, useful if stress, restless sleep, or tension are your main issues. Magnesium malate supports cellular energy and is worth considering when fatigue, soreness, or fibromyalgia-like discomfort compound attention struggles. Magnesium taurate pairs nervous system steadiness with support for normal heart rhythm and stress-driven pressure spikes.
Magnesium L-threonate crosses the blood-brain barrier and targets learning, memory, and mental clarity, areas many families want to support in ADHD. Magnesium citrate is highly bioavailable but laxative. It's best used to identify your personalized dose. Increase gradually until stools loosen, then step back to the last comfortable level. After you find that dose, shift to a gentler form, like glycinate or malate at the same amount. Magnesium oxide is more likely to cause digestive upset and is poorly absorbed.
Match the form to the dominant need: calm and sleep, energy, stress resilience, or cognition. So you lift magnesium status while directing support where you'll notice it most. If you're unsure whether deficiency is in play, signs such as agitation, poor sleep, muscle tension, frequent mood swings, and trouble winding down are common. A serum test can help confirm.
Magnesium isn't the only lever. Reducing environmental stressors around your child can steady behavior and attention. Start in the kitchen and pantry. Choose organic produce when possible, and prioritize grass-fed meats and dairy to lower pesticide exposure linked to attention and behavior problems. Swap chemical cleaners and synthetic air fresheners for simple options like vinegar-based solutions and essential oils.
Look at your home materials and air. Remove synthetic carpets and PVC flooring that release phthalates associated with hyperactivity and shorter attention spans. Choose natural fiber rugs, hardwood, or tile. Retire fragranced candles and plug-ins. Run a quality HEPA purifier to reduce mold, VOCs, and particulates that can affect mood and cognition.
Minimize plastic contact with food. Store and heat in glass, stainless steel, or silicone, and never microwave in plastic. Processed and packaged foods often carry chemicals from plastic linings. For cookware, favor stainless steel or cast iron over non-stick coatings that can interfere with hormone and nervous system balance.
Be selective with medications. Use antibiotics and over-the-counter drugs only when clearly needed. Frequent use disrupts the gut microbiome and can worsen behavioral patterns. Work with clinicians who consider root causes and natural approaches before defaulting to more pharmaceuticals.
Tame EMF exposure to support calmer sleep and lower oxidative stress. Turn off Wi-Fi at night. Use wired connections where you can. Keep phones and tablets away from the body. And switch devices to airplane mode when not in use. Consider wired or low EMF baby monitors.
Support gut health daily. Offer fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and miso to strengthen microbial diversity tied to mood regulation and focus. When applicable, remember that breastfeeding and natural birth processes seed early gut resilience that supports neurological stability over time.
Address stress head-on. Elevated prenatal stress correlates with higher ADHD risk, and ongoing family stress amplifies symptoms. Build simple practices, yoga, mindfulness, and relaxation breathing, into your routine to bring cortisol back into a healthier range and smooth daily behavior.
Bring this together into a clear next step. If ADHD symptoms are active in your home, ask your provider about testing magnesium and, if low, trial the form that best matches your needs. Glycinate for calm, malate for energy, L-threonate for cognition, or taurate for nervous system steadiness, using citrate briefly only to find your dose before switching. In the same week, replace one fragranced household product, stop microwaving in plastic, and add a serving of fermented food.
Here's your challenge. Over the next 7 days, choose one targeted magnesium action and one environmental change from what you just heard. Implement both and track sleep quality, morning focus, and afternoon irritability in a simple daily log. Small, consistent moves can produce noticeable gains when you match the tool to the problem. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.